So I don't know about you speedsters, but with all the trailers we got over the mid-season break of The Flash, it feels like this trailer breakdown, I've kind of done it before, and I kind of have with some of the footage, but, you know, there's a new trailer for Seeing Red of The Flash episode 11, so let's dive straight into it and see what's new with this all-new footage. What is up, speedsters? Welcome to a brand new Flash Season 5 trailer breakdown. Now, for this is the first time in a few weeks, obviously, because The Flash has been on breaks, finally back. Check out my review in the cards above if you haven't seen it already. But this is the trailer for January 22nd's episode, which, yes, is correct, Seeing Red. But without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the trailer and break it down and see what is exactly new compared to all the other trailers we've got for this episode and other episodes. Let's just roll it.
Cicada's back and he's on a killing spree.
We need to get all those metas to a safe house before Cicada finds them.
These guys are bad news. You sure they're worth saving?
No! Who wants to kill us? I say we kill him first.
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Okay, so that was a pretty cool trailer. Obviously, we've had no Cicada in last week's episode of The Flash. Well, technically this week's, but still, we had no Cicada. Looks like he was just having a chill day. But in this episode, looks like Cicada is going ham. I mean, it was about killing metas before, but now it's about killing a whole bunch of metas in one episode. But it looks like there's going to be a few consequences that come out of this episode, such as Nora breaking her back. Well, kind of like severing. We'll get to that. But let me first read the synopsis for this episode, and then we'll get into all the details that you may have missed or you may not have, but just may want my opinion on anyway. So Cicada severely injures Nora. So during a battle with Cicada, Nora is severely injured. Due to Cicada's dampening powers, Nora's speed healing isn't working, leaving Barry and Iris scared for their daughter's future. Upset about his injured child, the Flash is filled with rage and confronts Cicada in the brutal battle. Meanwhile, Killer Frost keeps interfering with Caitlin's work on the cure. So guys, as Nora said, Cicada is back and he is on a killing spree. In this trailer, right at the beginning, we see Barry and his daughter, you know, both CSIs, doing a bit of CSI work, but then it cuts to cool combat scenes of Cicada kind of slaughtering who you can only assume to be metahumans because that's kind of his gig. But also Spot, and we've mentioned this before, the new kind of Cicada outfit that he's got with naturally a cicada insect kind of patterned on the back and all the way over the hood. Pretty cool. Would love an explanation behind that. Will we get it? Did it just conjure itself up? No idea. Will they address it? I don't know. It's literally 50-50. Now, the interesting thing that occurs to me when watching this trailer is hearing Barry saying we need to get all those metas to safety before, you know, Cicada basically, you know, kills them. But who are all these metas? Is it like a metas group that you know, have just been hiding somewhere? But the interesting thing anyway, and I'll get back to that in a second, is that Norvok is returning. If you remember from last season, Norvok was quite, you know, I think it was fairly consistent throughout the season, mainly with Armnet Black. He's got the snake eye. You should remember him. I think the snake kind of like ran away last time. That's how it ended with him. But either way, he's back now. So my best guess is that, yeah, there are some metas that kind of hang out together. And I'm guessing Norvok, you know, there was this like meta-human trafficking thing going on last season, if I remember correctly. So I'm guessing either way, Cicada has caught wind that there's a little hideout of them, a little nest of metas. And I'm guessing he's going to try and kill them. That is why Barry's saying we need to get these metas, plural, to safety, not just random metas all over the city. That could be the case, but I think it'd be pretty cool if these guys hung out together, and that kind of seems more than likely the case with the next episode. But other than that, guys, this trailer just jumps like to that Nora scene. I mean, we see Ralph Dibny and, you know, Killer Frost and the Flash himself trying to escort these metas to safety, but that is when that main moment happens, when Barry's witnessing something extremely horrible and Nora's going through something extremely horrible, and that is when Cicada holds her up like this, kind of similar to what, you know, as I said, happened with Zoom and Barry. Punches her with the dagger in his hand, and as the synopsis indicates, the reason why she won't be healing anytime soon, because I'm guessing shards of the dagger, similar to Cisco's wounds, is what is preventing her from healing, and that is going to be kind of problematic. Will it really be as simple as, you know, sorting out what happened to Cisco, taking those shards out, or will this be a bit more delicate because it's like your spine, and, you know, she's going to be in a bit of a rough spot for maybe an episode or a little bit longer? I think that's a bit of a stretch because it's not like Nora's going to be in trouble for a long time or anything like that. She's going to be fine. But the main plot driving force And the reason why they're doing this is to kind of scope Barry up to thinking, okay, not only do I need to get this guy because he's been taking down innocent metahumans and, you know, I'm the Flash, I need to be a hero and save people, but you've just made it personal now. You've done this to my daughter, and now he's going to be really engulfed with anger. And as this episode is titled Seeing Red, this moment might happen towards the beginning of the episode, because as we've seen in other extended trailers, Barry, you know, does kind of fight Cicada in a bit of anger, even though we got that commentary from Cecile saying, you know, basically what happened to Cicada with Grace turned him ugly. Now this has happened with your daughter and she's been attacked. Don't let the same thing happen as what happened with Cicada happen with you. There is that moment in the extended trailer where Barry says, you know, kind of stand down to Killer Frost, and he kind of wants to take on Cicada, even though he gets his ass whooped. I'm guessing that's when Killer Frost will kind of save the day because Dagger doesn't work on her. But that is making me wonder if that's happening in this episode as well. Maybe if, you know, Nora doesn't get paralyzed towards the beginning of the episode, and this alleyway scene isn't towards the beginning of the episode, and it's towards the end, and the paralyzed, you know, her being paralyzed bleeds into the next episode, maybe it's still a bit of a grudge for Barry by then. The only other thing I can think of is, yeah, this alleyway scene does happen towards the beginning of the episode. Nora is paralyzed. For the rest of the episode, Barry kind of has to keep a lid on it, you know, escort the metas to safety, and so on and so forth, and then they're just trying to work on Nora, and Barry's going to try and keep a lid on his anger. But as I said, other than that, it's just going to be towards the end, and it'll bleed into the next episode, and that is where other scenes from the other extended trailer and other trailers in general will bleed into these episodes. Even though I feel very sorry for Nora, I'm kind of glad that this is happening, because as I said, it is a very kind of good plot force for just like, okay, now Team Flash really have a bone to pick with this guy. I mean, obviously, they want to save the world. Barry wants to be a hero, and he doesn't want anyone else to die, but making this a bit more personal makes this villain, who hasn't been really personal to Team Flash up until now, well, become personal, because up until now he's become a problem they needed to solve, but it hasn't been anything like, oh, Zoom to Barry, you know, even Reverse Flash to Barry and other villains like that. Now this is going to mean a lot more. But other than that, guys, the synopsis talks of Killer Frost interrupting Caitlin's work on the cure, stuff that wasn't really seen in the trailer. The only thing I can think of here is essentially that maybe Killer Frost is worried that if they do establish this cure now, even though Caitlin doesn't want to use it now, doesn't mean that Killer Frost isn't insecure about the possibility of Caitlin wanting to use that in the future, maybe, or maybe the cure being forced upon her. Really, when you create a cure like this, it can be weaponized, to be honest, and it can be, you know, she could change her mind, as I just said, and use it in the future. So I'm guessing that is where Killer Frost is kind of coming from. Other than that, I can't really think of why she would interrupt the work. We obviously saw what she was like with Cisco in the latest episode. She wasn't a massive fan of the cure there either. But other than that, guys, I would love to know your thoughts on this trailer. Did it make you excited for the next week's episode? Overall, I am, because, you know, Cicada took a day off, as I said, last week. Well, this week, technically. But now, next episode, he's going to come full swing. And not only that, it's going to have some personal repercussions for Team Flash in terms of Nora. And let me know if you think that's going to bleed into the next episode with her being paralyzed as well. And Barry still, you know, attempting to keep a lid on his anger and not try and just think recklessly and just try and bash Cicada over the head with a chair. Will he take Cecile's advice on board with what we saw in the previous extended trailer? Let me know all of those thoughts and more down in the comments below, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like it. It really does help the channel out. Subscribe for more Flash videos just like this. Links to other places like my Discord server are in the description down below, and my social media like Twitter and Instagram, and my merch and everything like that. But thank you so much for watching, Spoosters. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.